Hey friends, it's Simon Hurley from INKLIPSE and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and I'm so excited about this release. But before we get into it, I just wanted to say it's kind of a weird time in the world right now. As we all know, we're in our homes and I hope you guys are staying safe if possible, and I'm really thinking of all of you during this time. As we were kind of planning for the release and deciding whether or not we should do it, we wanted to continue it because we wanted to make sure that we were still putting a positive energy out there. And I've gotten lots of messages from you guys saying you love the videos and products and things like that because it's a nice distraction. So I hope this acts as a really nice distraction during this time because it is a really weird time of uncertainty. And hopefully the videos really help too, because lots of inspiration videos are going to follow this. Now this release is also kind of perfect timing because moms are doing the most right now. They are homeschooling, cooking. We've been doing more cooking than ever before in these last 2 weeks. And so I wanted to kind of still celebrate moms, even though we might not be able to get out for Mother's Day and go to everybody's houses and celebrate. The act of making cards and sending them is really awesome and a great way to still spread positivity during this time. And so this Mother's Day release is going to be a really great way to still celebrate our moms and all the awesome stuff they do for us. As of now, Ranger is still shipping products out, but they're taking all the necessary precautions to make sure that everybody is safe and that this thing isn't going to spread. And if there are any updates on shipping or anything like that, I'll leave them down in the description box or in the comment section to update all of you guys. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so I have Mama Hurley here with me because we're going to kind of introduce the release together, as she was part of helping with the design process and also chose some of the colors, which is super fun as well. So welcome her in, and you'll also be seeing lots of videos with her crafting with me, and we'll also be on Facebook Live. So if you're watching this within the first hour, you should see us on Facebook Live. Come and join us over there as well.
Hi everyone, I'm so excited to be here and excited about this release.
And I hope you love this release as much as I do.
And I hope you love this release as much as I do.
Or your dogs are supposed to sleep 80% of the day and only be active 20%.
Good boy.
This is not your time to do that 20%.
I just gave him 2 treats. Good boy.
Now Mom made you hyper. Okay, so here is the ink color for this release. I am so excited. So we just had those new 6 ink colors and now this awesome pink color that fits in the line really well. So this one's called Prom Queen, and Mama Hurley really had the whole say in choosing this one out. She chose it from the Pantone swatch and then picked her favorite shade out of the couple that we were given, and I'm so excited about this like hot neon pink, which is awesome.
Definitely needed something pink.
Definitely needed something a little bit brighter.
Little girly.
They're definitely pink in the line already, but this is more of a rich and saturated pink, which is super awesome.
Look how pretty it looks with the rest of them that you already have.
Yeah, so it really fits in nicely, which is awesome too. We like to make sure that we're not doing the same color, just in different shades, so you can see all these have very different undertones, but they still work together really nicely. So let's do a little bit of a swatch comparison here. I'll bring in some of my stark white cardstock, and let's do, so here is Piggyback. This is the lightest color. I'm just going to kind of smoosh it along here so you guys can kind of see how that color looks. Do you want to do the second one? You do Rosy Cheeks. So just kind of swipe it underneath. Perfect. So you can see that color is definitely darker than Piggyback. And you can see how those two compare. And then we'll bring in Prom Queen. And this color is super awesome. It's almost like a berry color, but look at how and hot pink that is. It is so beautiful.
And I'll do Bee Sting.
And then yeah, we have Bee Sting. So Bee Sting's more of a red tone. I really love Bee Sting, but it works along with all of these. You can see Prom Queen in here is very different, but it fits in nicely, and it's going to work really beautifully for layering as well. Because I always say you don't need to have the perfect shades of color. It actually makes the layering more interesting if you use different shades. Alright, so that was a look into the new Prom Queen ink pad. I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on this because it adds so much more versatility to the line. I didn't know if we needed any more pinks, and then she brought up the idea to release kind of
needed one more.
A hot pink, and it definitely looks really awesome in there. So I'm excited about this one, and it looks really great on some of the project samples already. Alright, so this is the first stamp set. This one is called Supermom. It's a 6x9 clear photopolymer stamp set. And we have Mama Hurley over here, and she changed the logo to pink, so it really coordinates with that fun Mother's Day theme. And so these images were just kind of inspired by moms, and it's a very fitting time, like I said right now, to kind of have this set release, but we wanted to really celebrate Mother's Day. So we have the mom here, which you can make kind of flying in front of this awesome cityscape. I've had lots of comments that people want more varieties of images that they don't always have to color in. So including this larger background in here was really important to me. And this is the size of an A2 size card. And you can see that fits really beautifully on the front of there. And these are nice large images, so you only have to color in 1 or 2 to create a really fun scene on your card. And then of course we have the 2 kids, which are also superheroes. The little puppy wearing his little mask, and then I love these pow and wow kind of bubbles, almost inspired by comics and superheroes like that. And then just some great phrases, so mom, supermom, thanks, you got this, and best mom ever.
It's not easy to raise me. You're a real super mom.
That one's awesome. I love these little kind of sayings, so you can put a bigger one on the outside and put one underneath it or kind of on the inside of the card. You sure pack good lunch, that's another one of my favorites. But lots of great sentiments in here to kind of finish off that set and really make it complete. But I love all these fun images in here. They really match the style of our line. Alright, you guys have been showing so much love to our background stamps and the fact that they can peel apart on some of them. And so this one is another peel apart background stamp. It is called Jewel Heist, so it fits with kind of that superhero theme, which I love. And it's just a really great geometric pattern. Of course, we did it in 6x6, so you could do it either way on the card. And this middle section actually peels out. So again, once you receive the stamp, it's going to kind of have little pieces of rubber that kind of keep it together right away. All you have to do is gently pull. You're not going to ruin anything, and it peels apart that stamp. So we've made cuts in there, so you can easily use this by itself, and you'll see on some of the samples when I did that, or you can piece it back together, and it's very easy to do. And then another easy tip is to kind of bend it a little bit, and that'll help fit the rubber together in any area if you're having trouble. But this is such a fun geometric background, and I love the cool designs that it creates when you're stamping. So I cannot wait to see you guys do with this one. Okay, wait, you didn't need to put it dramatically on the screen.
Okay. And this is another new item, and it's a 6x6 stencil, and it's called POW, which goes along with the Supermom theme. And you hand drew this, didn't you?
Yeah, so I just wanted to make it kind of like abstract stars almost like burst bubbles, like I was showing you guys kind of earlier with the comic strips. This just kind of reminded me of that, and it creates a really beautiful background design on your card. Just because it's so abstract and kind of fun. I really haven't seen anything like it, but I've been having so much fun with it. And so this just creates a really fun and playful background once you're done stenciling. Alright, this next one has my blue logo back. We weren't going to let her take over the whole thing here. And so this one is called Doodle Florals, and I absolutely love the big, bold sentiments in here. You make me smile, you're such a blessing, and thank you for your kindness. And they're paired with these really awesome florals that I drew. And so these are all kind of in my fun and playful style, but I like to have images that you don't always have to color to, because I'm not a huge fan of coloring. Of course you can if you want to, because there are those lined images, but we also included the solid images. So you're able to go in here and stamp those over top with different colors of inks and get your shading in that way, which is a really fun way to do it. And I've had so much fun creating lots of different card samples with all of these fun and playful flowers.
And I especially love the sentiment, you're such a blessing.
Now this next one is called Charming, and it almost looks like clovers in a way. Mm-hmm. However, it was supposed to be kind of really fun and playful doodled hearts to match those kind of florals. And it can also be turned into flowers if you have kind of creativity. You can kind of really imagine this background as whatever you want. It's just kind of another fun, geometric, and playful background. My brother said that it looks like something at the eye doctor. I haven't been there in a while, so I don't know.
Well, it's that depth chart.
Yeah.
You know, which one is sticking out.
I don't know which one that is. I haven't been there in recent enough, but this one is so much fun, and when you get it colored up and start stamping it as a background, it looks absolutely beautiful. Alright, now this last stencil is called Bubble Wrap. My friend helped me name that, and I think just for the name it deserves an award. I think that's so much fun. However, there are tons of different polka dot stencils on the market, but I wanted to kind of make mine a little bit different. Here you can see that these are kind of uneven and kind of a little bit wonky here and there, but it creates this really fun and playful polka dot background in the end. And they're nice, substantial size too for your card. They're not too small and not too big, so they just give you this beautiful kind of polka dot on your card, which I absolutely love. And again, they're not even, they're kind of more fun and playful, which I think is super fun.
Which is perfect for your style.
Mm-hmm, definitely. It matches the style of the line perfectly.
We hope you like the release.
It's not done yet. We're not done.
Oh, we're not done?
No, we're not
done.
What are we gonna do? We're showing card samples now.
Oh.
They gotta see how to use this stuff.
Okay. Sorry.
Alright, so now let's get into the fun part, the card samples, to really share how to use these products. And I didn't even touch the surface of the iceberg with this. There is still so many more fun ideas you can create with these stamps, and I'll definitely be sharing more on live streams and videos in the future, and maybe she'll be in a couple too, because I know you guys absolutely love that when we sit down and craft together. So let's get right into it. So here is the first card. I used the POW stencil, which is just another really fun, like I said, playful star background. And then I used the Supermom stamp set to finish it off. So I used that building background and then added her on here, and you can see this is the Prom Queen. And like I said, mixing it with the older colors that we have looks so great together. All of the inks work perfect together. And this is just a really fun and playful card. Now this one is really bold and tons of fun. I used the little girl from the Supermom stamp set. I used POW in the background more subtly here with a really bright ink blended background. And then of course some of the sentiment and that background from the Supermom stamp set to finish it off. For this one I created a little playful scene. I used the girl and the guy from that stamp set as well as the little puppy. And then I used the sentiment and some ink blending with the POW stencil, and then I colored it in with just some colored pencils to finish it off. But I think this one turned out so much fun just to create a little scene on your card. Alright, so for this one I just did a really simple card using the charming background stamp with a bunch of different ink colors from the line. This one is the new Prom Queen color, which is so much fun, and this just created a beautiful watercolor background in the end. And I used one of the sentiments Best Mom Ever from the Supermom stamp set to finish it off. So rather simple but really bright and stunning.
Guess we're all working from home.
On this card I used the bubble wrap stencil in the background, and then I used the charming stamp and just cut each one of those out, which was pretty simple to do, but I layered them all up to create my own flowers and leaves, which is super fun. So just kind of think outside of the box and take those background stamps to create some different things, because I think they look really beautiful as flowers as well.
I love how 3D this is. I don't know if they can see it. There you go.
Oh, it's so awesome. And yeah, those pop up and they just create a really beautiful effect on your card. Here I used the Jewel Heist background stamp with the sentiment from the Doodle Floral stamp set, but I love how this one looks in the background. Again, here I just used that one part of the stamp to get this look on here, and I used some of my inks and kind of watercolored them out to get a really stunning look on there. I love how my inks react with water. They just create such beautiful effects like a watercolor on your cards. Here again I used the Jewel Heist stamp in the background to just create a really nice background for really anything, and then I used the Doodle Florals to create this really fun kind of sentiment with flowers around it. And again, you could use these to kind of wrap around sentiments. I had fun playing with different arrangements of them, and you definitely don't need to be a florist to do this. It's really quite simple, but creates some beautiful results in the end. Here I did the same thing. I used some flowers from the Doodle Floral stamp set, again to kind of wrap around my sentiment really easily. And then here I used the bubble wrap stencil to create this really beautiful gradient background here, and I just love how this one turned out. For this one, I kind of created my own pattern paper with the Doodle Floral stamp set. I just kind of stamped all the outlines and then filled it in with all different ink colors, and I think that created such a beautiful result. And then here I used the bubble wrap stencil up here with one of the sentiments from the Doodle Floral stamp set. And I just love that you are a blessing and how that kind of finished off this whole beautiful floral card.
All right, everyone, we hope you enjoyed this release as much as we enjoyed creating it, and we can't wait to see what you do with crafting with it.
Definitely, and there will be links down below to purchase this release. It is available now, so it's off to the races. You can head out and buy the stuff now, which is super fun, and we'll definitely keep creating more videos of inspiration and live streams with it, because I cannot wait to see what you guys do with it. There is so much you can do with these awesome stamps, stencils, and background stamps. All right, see you guys soon. Bye!